One of the biggest mistakes I make consistently is not planning properly. If I'm working on a project, I want to dive straight in and get my hands dirty. I don't like to research or write, or even try out variations on character designs. I just want to draw comics. The problem is I'm not experienced enough to just jump straight into the drawing comics part of it, and the truth is, even if you do have a lot of experience, you may end up making a bad comic if you don't plan properly. I've already gone over how I screwed up my comic in this video, but in this one I'm going to show how making a better storyboard has helped me make a better comic. I'm going to be documenting my entire process of creating this comic until it's finished, so if that's something that interests you, then consider subscribing. So these are the types of drawings that I was doing for my first storyboard of this comic. They're about as clear as mud. I thought these would be fine because I'm working alone. So alone. And so I would know what I was thinking at the time that I drew them. It's like reading your own handwriting, but I honestly have no idea what's going on here. I could give an educated guess, but this isn't really telling me much information. And that's what storyboards should do. They're not finished illustrations, far from it, but they should provide as much relevant information as possible. That means drawings like this ain't gonna cut it. Fun fact, I did these sorts of drawings for my entire comic book, and they're all now pretty much useless. So I went from storyboards that looked like this to looking like this. See the difference? They're far from perfect drawings, but they provide so much more information. It was important for me to capture the general pose, the expression, and the staging. These are the three things that I wanted to focus on so that even if weeks go by, I would know what I was trying to convey in these drawings. At the time of recording, I'm still in the early stages of this process, but I have about 20 pages worth of storyboard panels, which is about 100 panels in total. What worked so well for me was doing this in bite-sized chunks, so I would do about 20 panels at a time. I would loosely sketch in what I wanted, but instead of leaving it as this, I would add more information, like this. Then when I had these panels, I would craft pages and crop the panels into the comic book panels. Always include word balloons, by the way. Always. By doing things this way, it enabled me to figure out whether I needed to add more panels in or take some away. It also meant that I had a closer representation of what the comic would look like, which would enable me to make more informed choices. I expect the process of storyboarding the entire book to take probably about a month, maybe more, but I wouldn't have it any other way. As I get better, this process won't take quite as long, and as I mentioned in the last video, you can't gain experience quickly, but you can plan today, and storyboarding is all about planning. The moral of this story is that the more time you invest in pre-production, the easier and more enjoyable your comic is going to be to make. That's the theory at least, but I'm pretty confident it's right. It's been true for me so far, and we'll find out together I suppose because I'm documenting this whole thing. And if you want those videos early, as well as all the other videos that I do, then consider checking out my Patreon, link in the description. Thanks for watching, and as always, have fun drawing.